Today we are going to learn the concept called key factor in decision making. That is one of the most important part of this decision making chapter. Key factor, or also known as limiting factor. Key factor or limiting factor. Now, what do you mean by key factor or limiting factor? Let us understand that part first. Key factor or limiting factor is a resource which is required to produce the goods and sell in the market. Okay. Now that resource is whatever quantity we require, the availability of that resources is less than the required quantity. So there is a shortage of a particular resource. And if any resource is in shortage, that is known as key factor or limiting factor. Okay. So the resources that may be required maybe in the form of either raw material, or it may be in the form of labor hours, it may be in the form of machine hours, it may be the market demand in terms of quantity or value, etc. So there may be n number of limiting factors that can be faced by any company. Okay, so if any resources which is required, for example, raw material is required to manufacture the goods. Now, suppose using that raw material, company is manufacturing 3 different products, 3, 4, 5 different products that are being manufactured using the same raw material. Now, the problem is, suppose whatever quantity we require for that raw material, the availability is less than that required quantity. Okay, so in that case, we are not able to manufacture all the products up to its market demand. Now we need to allocate the limited raw material available to different products in such a way that overall profit of the company will be maximum. Okay, and that we are going to learn in this key factor or limiting factor part. So whatever material or labor or machines, whatever resources we require to manufacture the required quantity to fulfill the market demand of each product, that is less than, the availability is less than the required quantity. Okay, that is the meaning of key factor or limiting factor. So whenever there is a key factor or limiting factor, we are going to follow certain steps. The step number 1 is to give ranking based on key factor. Ranking based on key factor. Let us understand that. Suppose there are 3 products A, B, and C, and that 3 products have been manufactured using the same raw material. It is assumed to be key factor is raw material. So let us first, means we need to first find contribution per unit of each product. Let us assume to be 20, 25, and 30 rupees is contribution per unit of A, B, and C. Okay. Now we'll divide these by raw material required per unit. To manufacture 1 unit of finished product, the quantity of material required, that will be divided to get the contribution per kg of raw material. Okay. So let us assume that we require 10 kg, 15 kg, and 20 kg of raw material. Okay. So we'll get contribution per kg of raw material. Per kg of raw material, that is 2 that is 2, 1.67, and 1.5. And we need to give rank for manufacture. So rank 1 here, comparing the contribution per kg of raw material, it is 2, rank 1. Then below that 1.67 rank 2 and 1.5, the lowest contribution per kg, that would be given rank 3. Now let us try to understand the meaning of this particular step. Okay, how this ranking is given here. Now here we are manufacturing 3 products. Okay, if we compare the contribution, the most profitable product is product C, 20, 25 and 30. So the highest contribution which is earned by product C. Okay, so we should concentrate our production on product C. But here the problem area is not the product. Here the problem area is raw material. Raw material is not available to the extent of required quantity. Okay, so using the lower quantity of raw material, the product which will generate highest contribution using lower quantity of raw material, कम material use करके जो ज़्यादा contribution earn करेगा, that would be given rank 1. Okay, so this contribution per unit is irrelevant unless we compare it with the required quantity of raw material. So to earn contribution of 20 rupees from product A, we need to use 10 kg of raw material. Okay, so 10 kg में अगर 20 रुपए का contribution मिलता है, that means per kg we are earning contribution of rupees 2. Here the problem area is raw material kgs. So here per kg we are earning 2 rupees of contribution by manufacturing product A. Similarly, to earn 25 rupees of contribution from product B, we need to use 15 kg of material. That means per kg we are earning only 1.67. That is lower than product A. Okay, and here similarly, for earning 30 rupees of contribution from C, we need to use 20 kg of material. That means per kg we are earning 1.5 rupees of contribution. So comparing this contribution per kg, using 1 kg, product A will generate contribution of 2. Using 1 kg, product B will generate contribution of 1.67. And using 1 kg of material, C will generate contribution of 1.5. Here, since raw material is in short supply, we should concentrate our production for product A, since it is generating highest contribution per kg of raw material. Okay, and based on that, we are given the rank. I hope everyone understood the concept. Contribution per kg of raw material. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is our step 1. Now here I have assumed the key factor to be raw material. But in all the sums, the same raw material will not be the key factor. The key factor may be either labor hours or machine hours or market demand. So on what basis we are going to give the rank? Here we are given the rank based on contribution per kg of raw material. So if different key factor is given, what would be the base for giving the rank? So let us just understand that. Basis for ranking, key factor and rank based on suppose key factor is raw material. That is already we have done. So in that case, we are going to give the rank based on contribution per kg of raw material. Suppose key factor is labor hours. In that case, similar to above, contribution per labor hour, we need to give the rank. If machine hour is limited, okay, in that case, contribution per machine hour will be the base for giving the rank. If production, if production or sales units is key factor, okay, other production or sales unit is key factor. In that case, ranking would be given based on contribution per unit. Okay, if production or sales value is limited, okay, there is a restriction beyond a particular value of sales, you are not allowed to sell more. So in that case, ranking would be given based on PV ratio. Based on PV ratio. Okay, so this is the base for giving the rank. Okay, so this is step number 1. So in this step, we are going to give the rank to each product. Now, based on this ranking, we are going to follow step number 2, that is allocation of key factor based on above ranking. So whatever rank we are given here, based on that, we are going to allocate the whatever key factor is there. If in this example, key factor is raw material, so whatever quantity of raw material is available with the company, that would be allocated to product A, B, and C. So first, that would be allocated to A, that is being rank 1. After fulfilling the market demand of product A, we'll start manufacturing product B. Okay, that is rank 2. After we fulfill the market demand of product B, we'll start manufacturing product C. So whatever material is available, to that extent, we can manufacture C. We cannot fulfill the full market demand of product C because whatever quantity we require of raw material, that is not available. And that is why we need to cut the production of some of the product. So here we are going to manufacture the product in this order only. So first manufacture product A, fulfill its market demand. If material is available, in that case, we can start manufacturing product B, okay, fulfill its market demand. After that, if material is still available, we can start manufacturing product C, okay. So whatever quantity we can manufacture of C, manufacture that quantity and sell in the market. Remaining demand we cannot fulfill, okay. So that we are going to allocate here in step number 2. So I will explain this step once we start the sum on the key factor. So this is step number 2, and the last step, step number 3, is to prepare the profitability statement. So here we need to find the profit of the company based on the allocation in as per step number 2. Okay, so in 3 steps we are going to solve the sum. Okay, whatever lengthy or easy or hard sum that comes to your exam, these 3 steps will be applicable in all kinds of sums. I hope everyone understood it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us start the sum. Question number 7. Okay. The following particulars are extracted from the records of a company. Per unit information is given for product A and product B. Selling price per unit, sales per unit is rupees 100 and 120. Consumption of material. To manufacture 1 unit, we require 2 kg of material. And to manufacture product B, we require 3 kg of material to manufacture 1 single unit. Material cost in rupees is given 10 and 15. Direct wages are 15 and 10 per unit. Direct expenses are 5 and 6 rupees per unit. Machine hours used. This is not the cost. This is the information that we require 3 hours of processing in machine for product A and 2 hours processing is required for product B. Okay. Overheads are fixed rupees 5 per unit and 10 per unit. Variable rupees 15 per unit and 20 per unit. And direct wages per hour is rupees 5. So if worker work for 1 hour, they will get 5 rupees of wages. Okay. Now, comment on the profitability of each product. Both use the same raw material when total sales potential in unit is limited. Total sales potential in unit is limited. So if sales units is a limiting factor, what should be the base for giving the rank? Sales potential in unit is limiting factor. So what should be the base for giving the rank? Anybody? Based on different key factors, I have given the rank that should be given based on that is given here. So if sales potential in unit, that is sales unit, is a limiting factor, what should be the base for giving the rank?
Contribution per unit.
Perfect. Contribution per unit. Here sales unit is a key factor. So we are going to use the base based on contribution per unit. We are going to give the rank. Okay. Similarly, in second case, sales potential in value is limited. Sales potential in value is limited. So in that case, what should be the base?
PV ratio.
Perfect. PV ratio. Okay. Next, raw material is in short supply. Raw material is key.
Contribution per unit per kg of
Perfect. Contribution per kg of raw material. Production capacity in terms of machine hour is limiting factor. Production capacity in terms of machine hour. Machine hour is key factor.
Contribution per machine hour.
Perfect. Contribution per machine hour. Now in B part, it says assuming raw material is a key factor, availability of which is 10,000 kg, and each product cannot be sold for more than 3,500 units. Find out the product mix which will yield the maximum profit. Okay. Production capacity, point number C, production capacity in terms of labor hour is limiting factor. Total labor hours available are only 11,500. Maximum sales of both the product will be 3,500 units again. Okay. So let us first concentrate on point number A, where we need to comment on the profitability of each product. Both use the same raw material. So here we need to give a comment which product is more profitable if these are the key factors. Here we are not going to follow all three steps. Here just we need to follow the first step and we need to decide which product is more profitable. This rank indicates more profitability. So highest profitable product is A, then B, then C. Okay, so the ranking is required to be given for point number A. For point number B and C, full-fledged working will be required in all three steps. Okay, so that will focus later on. Let us focus on point number A. Okay, so for each of the key factors given here, there is a different sum. Okay, in each sum, we need to prepare this ranking table. Okay, that will end our solution for each key factors given here. So let us start one by one. If total sales potential in unit is limited, that is the first key factor. Okay, so total sales potential in unit is limiting factor, and I just copied this table here. Okay, now in this case, ranking would be given based on contribution per unit. Okay, ranking would be given based on contribution per unit. So let us find the contribution per unit. It will start with sales. Sales is given here 100 rupees and 120 rupees. From that, Let us reduce one by one variable cost. Consumption of material is in kg. That is not the cost, that is the quantity. Material cost is given here, 10 and 15. This question mark is rupee sign. That is, I'm not unable to change that. So just consider that to be the rupee sign. So material cost in rupees is given 10 and 15. And 15. Direct wages are given 15 and 10. Direct expenses are given, that is again a variable cost. Direct expenses are 5 and 6. Then machine hours used, that is in terms of hours, that is not the cost. Okay. Overhead expenses fixed will not come for contribution working. So let us ignore that. Variable overhead is 15 and 20. I think we have taken all the cost. Your direct wages is already covered in the second line. So let us take the total variable cost. Okay. And here it is 51. We'll get contribution per unit, that is sales minus total variable cost. So 100 minus 45, we'll get 55. Similarly here 120 minus 51, so 69. Now based on this contribution per unit, we need to give rank. So here 55 rupees contribution per rate of A, and here it is 69. Okay, and we need to give rank based on contribution per unit. So highest contribution generating product is product B. So that would be given rank 1 and A will be given rank 2. Okay, so this is the end of our solution for the first question, that is total sales potential in unit is limited. Okay. Everyone understood it? Any doubts, any questions, anybody?
Those are understood.
Okay. Others, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, why
Yeah.
didn't you include fixed cost? Can you explain again? I couldn't hear you.
We are calculating here contribution. Fixed cost is reduced from contribution. To calculate contribution, we only reduce variable cost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first part. Now let us move to the second part. If total sales potential in value is limited. Total sales potential in value is limited. Now in this case, ranking would be given based on PV ratio. Okay, if sales potential in value, total sales value is limited, in that case, PV ratio will be taken as base for giving the rank. Okay, PV ratio. So let us find the PV ratio first. Already we have calculated contribution and sales is also available. So there is no need to show it again. Overall working is not required again. So directly we can apply the formula of PV ratio. That would be contribution divided by sales into 100. In case of product A, it is 55 contribution on sales of rupees 100. So 55 by 100 into 100 for percentage. Here it will be 69 on sales of 120 into 100 for percentage. So 55 by 100 and 69 by 120. So PV ratio is 55% and 57.5%. Okay, that is your PV ratio. Let us give the rank here. The highest PV ratio is for product B. So that would be given rank 1. And here 55, lower than product B. So that would be rank 2. That's it. Okay. Now, the third one is raw material is in short supply. Now, the same point is covered again in point number B. Here also raw material is a key factor. So we'll cover this point number 3 automatically in point number B. So let us ignore for the time being. Once we solve point number B, automatically this point number 3 will be covered. Okay, so just ignore it. Point number 4, production capacity in terms of machine hour is a limiting factor. Production capacity in terms of machine hour is a limiting factor. So in that case, ranking would be given based on contribution per machine hour. Contribution per machine hour. So let us find contribution per machine hour. Let us first find contribution per unit that is already being calculated for point number 1 here. So contribution per unit is 55 and 69. Again, working need not be shown again. Divided by machine hours per unit. Here it is given that to manufacture 1 unit of A, we require in machine 3 hours. And for B, we require 2 hours. Okay, that is given here. Machine hours used. 3 hours for A, 2 hours for B. So we'll get contribution per machine hour. That would be 55 divided by 3. And here it will be 69 divided by 2. $18.33 and 34.5. Now, based on this 18.33 and 34.5, we need to give rank. So again, the first rank would be product B and the second rank would be product A. That's it. So this is the end of our first part of solution where we need to comment on the profitability. So this table itself is one of the comment. Okay, which product is more profitable, that is given here. So there is no need to write any other comment separately. This table itself is self-explanatory to give the comment. Now let us start with point number B here. It says assuming raw material is a key factor, availability of which is 10,000 kg, and each product cannot be sold for more than 3,500 units. Find the product mix which will yield the maximum profit. Okay, so here raw material is a key factor which is available to the extent of 10,000 kgs, and each product, the market demand is 3,500 unit. Okay, and we need to decide the product mix which will yield the maximum profit. Just a minute. Okay, let us start. The first step is to give the rank. Step number 1 is to give rank based on contribution per kg of raw material. Here raw material is a key factor. So we need to give rank based on contribution per kg of raw material. First, it will start with contribution per unit, that is 55 and 69. Let us divide it by raw material per unit. raw material kgs per unit. So here it is given that consumption of material is 2 kgs for A and 3 kgs for B. That means to manufacture 1 unit of A, we need to use 2 kgs, and to manufacture 1 unit of B, we need to use 3 kgs. 2 and 3. So we'll get here contribution per kg of raw material. 55 by 2, 69 by 3. Okay, now we need to give rank. So here 27.5 and 23. So rank 1 is product A. Here it is earning more contribution by using 1 kg of material. So here that would be given rank 1 and product B will be given rank 2. So this is the end of our first step. Okay. Now the second step would be to allocate key factor, that is raw material, based on above ranking. Okay, so for that, let us prepare a table. Raw material kgs and finished goods units. Now total raw material available is 10,000 kgs. Okay, now we are going to manufacture the goods in the order of rank given to each product. So here first we are going to manufacture product A. To what extent we are going to manufacture product A? So we are going to manufacture till its market demand is not satisfied. We are going to manufacture product A. Once the market demand is satisfied, we'll stop manufacturing product A and we'll start production of product B. Okay, so here it is given that each product cannot be sold for more than 3,500 units. So the market demand for product A and B, for both the product market demand is same, 3,500 units. So let us first manufacture 3,500 units of A, that is being rank 1. Once we complete the production of 3,500 units, we'll start production of product B to the extent of available raw material. We will not be in a position to manufacture full 3,500 units. So that is the allocation that we are going to follow here. So let us first manufacture product A, that is rank 1. Okay, we are going to manufacture 3,500 units. Now each unit of finished goods, each unit of A requires 2 kg of raw material. Each unit of A requires 2 kg of raw material. So for 3,500 units, 3,500 into 2, that means 7,000 kgs would be used to manufacture product A. Now the balance remaining that can be used to manufacture product B will be only 3,000 kgs. $3,000 is the balance available to manufacture next product, that is product B. Product B, that is rank 2. Let us use full 3,000 kgs. Okay. Now using this 3,000 kg, the quantity of finished goods that we can manufacture, that we need to find here. Here, each unit of B requires 3 kg of material. Each unit of B requires 3 kg of material. Okay, so out of 3,000 kgs, 3,000 divided by 3, that means we can manufacture 1,000 units. Its market demand is 3,500, but since raw material is not available with us, we can manufacture only 1,000 units. Okay, the remaining market demand we cannot satisfy. So that is unsatisfied demand by the company. Everyone got the point?
So can you explain again? Like for product A, we multiplied, and for product B, we are dividing. Like,
See, try to understand the logic behind this working. It's simple logic. Total 10,000 kgs available. Okay. Rank
yes,
1 is product A. So first we
yes,
are going to
sir.
manufacture product 1,
Yes, sir.
that is A. So we are going to manufacture to the extent of its market demand. So 3,500 units we are going to manufacture.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now this is finished goods unit. That this is not the raw material kgs. Okay. So for 3,500 units, how many kgs would be required? Okay. So for each unit, we require 2 kg of raw material.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for 3,500 into 2, 7,000 kgs would be used.
Yes, sir.
Got it? Now,
Yes, sir.
the remaining quantity would be 3,000 that you can use to manufacture product B.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, out of these 3,000 kg, you cannot manufacture full 3,500 units. Why it is so? For 3,500 units of B to manufacture, each unit requires 3 kgs.
Yes, sir.
So total, we require 10,500 kg.
500. Yes, sir.
And as against 10,500 kgs, we have got only 3,000 kgs available. So out of 3,000 kg, we are going to find the number of unit that we can manufacture. तो
Okay.
अगर 3 kg उसमें एक यूनिट बनता है, ठीक है, तो 3,000 kg में कितना यूनिट बनेगा?
So 1,000. Yes, sir.
So that would be 1,000. So 3,000 divided by 3 will get 1,000 units that we can manufacture, and material will be exhausted after this 1,000 units.
So understood. Thank you.
Got it? Yeah. Others, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is your step number 2, allocation of raw material based on ranking. Now, the last step is to prepare the profitability statement. Now, in this profitability statement, we need not to show the detailed profitability. So directly we can start with contribution from product A. Just see the quantity as per allocation table. So here we are going to manufacture 3,500 units of A. So 3,500 units. Now each unit earns contribution of rupees 55. The contribution per unit is rupees 55 for product A. Okay, so 3,500 units multiplied by 55 will give you total contribution 192,500. Similarly, for product B, we will be able to manufacture only 1,000 unit of B. Okay, so 1,000 units into each unit earns contribution of rupees 69. Contribution per unit is rupees 69. So into 69. So 1,000 into 69 will give you 69,000. And take the total, that would be the total contribution for the company. 192 from A and 69 from B. So 261,500 would be the total contribution. Now from this contribution, we'll reduce fixed cost. So we'll get profit. Now, fixed cost is 5 rupees per unit for A and 10 rupees per unit for B. 5 rupees and 10 rupees. So for product A, it will be 3,500 units into rupees 5. Okay. For product B, 1,000 units into rupees 10. Fixed cost is 10. So 3,500 into 5 and 1,000 into 10 will give us total fixed cost of rupees 27,500. So we'll get profit here, that is contribution minus fixed cost, 2,34,000. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, one more situation is given that I myself have added that situation just to give the practice over this concept. So now in C point, production capacity in terms of labor hour is limiting factor. Total labor hours available are only 11,500. Maximum sales of both the products will be 3,500 units again. Okay, so the same steps will be applicable similar to the previous solution. So let us first give the rank here. Here the limiting factor is labor. Okay. In the previous case it was raw material. So now we need to give the ranking based on labor hour, contribution per labor hour. So step number 1. Ranking based on contribution per labor hour. We'll start with contribution per unit, which is 55 and 69. Now let us divide it divided by labor hours required per unit. To manufacture 1 unit, how many number of hours are required? Now, considering this information, labor hours are not given anywhere. They are given machine hours here, they are given raw material requirement here, but they are not given labor hours information here. But instead of labor hours, they are given two different information. One is direct wage cost per unit, 15 rupees and 10 rupees. And one more information is given here. Direct wages per hour is ₹5. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा समझने को ट्राई करो. If worker work for 1 hour, we need to pay 5 rupees of wages. So if total 15 rupees of wages are being paid for product A, how many hours are required to manufacture A?
So 3.
3 hours. ठीक है. एक hour का wages 5 rupees है. अगर अपन 15 rupees का wages pay कर रहे हैं, that means we are paying the wages for 3 hours. 15 divided by 5. Similarly, एक hour का wages 5 rupees है, and we are supposed to pay 10 rupees of wages for product B. That means product B requires how many hours?
2.
2. Okay, 10 divided by 5. So directly labor hours are not given, but they are given the information from which we can find the labor hours required. Okay, so that would be direct wages cost divided by direct wage per hour. Okay, so here in case of product A, it would be 15 divided by 5. In case of product B, it would be 10 divided by 5. So 15 divided by 5 means 3 hours. 10 divided by 5 means 2 hours. We'll get contribution per labor hour. So 55 divided by 3, 69 divided by 2. $18.33 and 34.5. Okay, so based on this, we need to give rank. So here 34 is rank 1 and 18 is rank 2. I hope everyone understood it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, others, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, step number 2, allocation of labor hours based on ranking. Labor hours and finished goods units. Now, total available labor hours are given here 11,500. Total labor hours are available to the extent of 11,500. Okay. Now, first we'll manufacture rank 1. Here the rank 1 is product B. Okay. That is rank 1. So we are going to manufacture to the extent of its market demand. Now here it is given that market demand of both the product is 3,500 units. Okay. So again, similar to the previous working, we are going to manufacture 3,500 units of product B first. Okay. So for 3,500 units, each unit will require 2 hours of labor. 2 hours of labor would be required. So 3,500 into 2, that will give you total labor hours 7,000. Now balance labor hours are 4,500. Now from this 4,500, we'll manufacture product A, that is rank 2. Okay. Now we cannot manufacture full 3,500 units of rank 2. So whatever quantity of labor hours is available, 4,500, let us use that labor hours and try to find the quantity that we can manufacture here. So each unit will require 3 hours. And in total, we have got 4,500 hours available. तो एक यूनिट को 3 hours, तो 4,500 hours में कितना यूनिट बनेगा? तो 4,500 divided by 3, 1,500. Okay. Now balance hours will be 0. 4,500 was available. 4,500 is used. So balance is 0. I hope everyone got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, based on this allocation, we need to prepare the profitability statement. So step number 3, profitability statement. We'll start with contribution. Product A. See, for product A, we are going to manufacture only 1,500 units. Okay, so 1,500 units into its contribution per unit is 55. So 1,500 into 55. From product B, we are going to manufacture 3,500 units. And contribution per unit is rupees 69. So 3,500 into 69, that will give us total contribution from B. Let us take the total, that is the total contribution of the company. From that, we'll reduce fixed cost. From product A, fixed cost are 5 and 10 for A and B. 5 and 10. So for A, we are going to manufacture 1,500 units into rupees 5. From product B, 3,500 units into rupees 10. So that is your total fixed cost, and we'll get profit here. That would be 324 minus 42,500, so 2,81,500. So considering labor hour is a key factor, the maximum profit that you can earn is 281,500. So if you check any other combination other than this 1,500 or 3,500, whatever combination that is possible, you just check out. You will not get profit more than 281,500. So this is the maximum profit if labor hour is available up to 11,500. Okay. So beyond this profit, any combination will not give higher profit. Okay, that is the meaning of these overall steps. So this profit is known as maximum profit or optimum profit based on the concept of key factor. Okay, understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So for the initial cases, we don't have to like we did not prepare the profitability statement because there we were not provided with the maximum capacity, right? Like yield and all.
Yes, you are correct. Here, maximum capacity was not given for the first 4 parts, and that is why we just prepare the ranking table. And here
Yes.
also, it is required to just give a comment on the profitability of each product. We are not supposed to find the actual profit which can be earned from that product.
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
got it.
Yeah. Okay, let us take another sum. Okay, let us take question number 5. A firm can produce 3 different products from the same raw material using the same production facility. Sorry. A firm can produce 3 different products from the same raw material using the same production facility. The requisite labor hour is available in plenty at ₹8 per hour for all products. It says labor hour is available in plenty. So whatever quantity we need that is available in the market, so we can employ additional labors if we need. So in that case, labor is not a key factor. What is key factor? Something which is in scarce. Okay, that is key factor. So if it is available in plenty, that is not the key factor. It says further, the supply of raw material, which is imported at ₹8 per kg, is limited to 10,400 kgs for the budget period. So this is limited. So we cannot import beyond 10,400 kg. Either supplier is not willing to give us more than 10,400 kg, or else there is a government restriction or government quota, okay, to import the material not beyond 10,400 kg. So some restriction is there, and that is why we are available with only 10,400 kg of material. Beyond that, material is not available. Okay, so that is our key factor. That is our key factor. So we are importing at ₹8 per kg, and total kg that we can import is 10,400. Variable overheads are ₹5.6 per hour. Variable overheads are 5.6 per hour. This is not per unit, this is per hour. Just keep that in mind. The fixed overheads are 50,000. Fixed overhead. So that will be used to calculate the profitability. Okay. From contribution, we are going to reduce the fixed cost. So here fixed cost is given straight away, ₹50,000. Selling commission is 10% on sales. Selling commission is 10% on sales. So this is one of the variable costs, sales commission. So as the sales will increase, automatically commission will increase. As the sales will decrease, commission will also get decreased. So here, selling commission is in the nature of variable cost. So we need to consider it while calculating contribution. From the following information, you are required to suggest the sales mix which will maximize the firm's profit. Also determine the profit that will be earned at the level. Okay, so information given here is product XYZ, market demand in units are given 8,000, 6,000, 5,000. So unlike previous somewhere, the market demand was same, 3,500 units for each product. Here, for each product, market demand is different. Okay, selling price per unit is given 30, 40, 50. Labor hours required per unit. To manufacture 1 unit, the number of labor hours that would be required is 1, 2, and 1.5. Labor hour is not a key factor. So this information can be used to calculate the labor cost. Okay. Raw material kgs required per unit. raw material kgs required per unit. To manufacture 1 unit, we require 0.7 kg for X, 0.4 kg for Y, and 1.5 kg for Z. And this is our key factor. So we are going to calculate contribution per kg of raw material. And based on that, we are going to give the ranking. Okay. So this information is given. There is only a single key factor, that is raw material. And we need to follow all 3 steps. Step 1, 2, 3. The last step would be to find profitability, because that is specifically required here. Determine the profit that can be earned at that level. So let us start. Okay. It will start with the first step, that is ranking based on contribution per kg of raw material. Here raw material is a key factor. So based on that, we are going to give the rank. Name of the product is X, Y, and Z. Let us start with sales. Sales selling price is given here, 30, 40, and 50. From that, we'll reduce variable cost. In this table, variable cost includes labor is one of the variable cost. Raw material is one of the variable cost. So labor, here number of hours are given, which are required to manufacture 1 unit of finished goods, and the rate per hour is rupees 8. So for X, we require 1 hour, and per hour rate is 8. So in total, we require 1 into 8 rupees of wages to manufacture 1 unit of X. So here, labor hours multiplied by rupees 8 per hour will get the labor cost. So 1, 2, and 1.5 into 8 rupees. So 8, 16, and 12. Similarly, direct material. You're given details about quantity of raw material, kgs of raw material per unit. So raw material kgs into rupees per kg, import cost is rupees 8 per kg. Okay, so into rupees 8 will give us the total material cost. So 0.7 into 8, 0.4 into 8, and 1.5 into 8. Okay, so that is your direct material cost. Now see in the paragraph, the requisite labor is available in plenty at 8 per hour for all the products. Supply of raw material which is imported at rupees 8 per kg is limited to 10,400 kg for the budget period. All these costs are already considered. The variable overhead are rupees 5.6 per hour. Your number of hours are given, and variable overhead is rupees 5.6 per hour. Okay, so that is another variable cost. Variable overhead, labor hour into rupees 5.6. Labor hours required are 1, 2, and 1.5. So 1 into 5.6, 2 into 5.6, 1.5 into 5.6. 1, 2, and 1.5. So it will be 5.6, 2 into 5.6, 1.5 into 5.6. Just increase the decimal numbers. Okay. Now, next one is fixed overhead of 50,000. So that will not be considered to calculate contribution. Okay, so ignore it. Selling commission is 10% on sales. So that is another variable cost. It is 10% on sales. So it will be 30 into 10%, 30 sales into 10% will be sales commission. Here it will be 40 into 10%, and here it will be 50 into 10%. 30 into 10, 40 into 10, 50 into 10%. So we'll get, I think we have taken all the cost here. Market demand is unit, selling price is considered, labor hour, material. So all costs are being considered. So let us take the total variable cost. It will include from direct labor till selling overhead, selling commission. So total is 22.2, 34.4 and 37.4. We'll get contribution per unit. Sales minus total variable cost will give us contribution per unit 7.8, 5.6 and 12.6. Now we are not going to give the rank based on this contribution per unit. We need to give rank based on contribution per kg of raw material. So let us divide it by raw material required per unit. So here we require 0.7 kgs, 0.4 kgs and 1.5 kgs. 0.7, 0.4 and 1.5. So we'll get contribution per kg of raw material. 7.8 divided by 0.7, 11.14, 14 and 8.4. Now using this, we need to give rank. So this would be first rank, 11 second rank and 8 third rank. Everyone got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Others, have you understood it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, let us move to the second step, that is allocation of raw material. Allocation of raw material. Now, total available raw material is 10,400 kgs. That is given here. 10,400 kgs. Okay. We'll first manufacture rank 1, that is product Y. Product Y, rank 1. Now they are given the total market demand for the product. Total market demand for product Y is 6,000 units. So let us manufacture up to 6,000 units of Y. Now each unit of Y requires 0.4 kgs of raw material. 0.4 kgs. So 6,000 unit into 0.4, that would be the total material used for product Y. 2,400 kgs. That will be consumed to manufacture product Y. So balance that would be available would be 8,000 kgs. Now after rank 1, we are going to manufacture rank 2. Rank 2 is product X. Okay, so let us use material for rank 2. Product X, that is rank 2. Now demand for product X is 8,000 units. 8,000 units, and each unit consumes 0.7 kg of raw material. Okay, so let us manufacture 8,000 units. So each unit will consume 0.7. So in total, we are going to use 5,600 kgs to manufacture product X. Now we'll get balance after product X will be only 2,400 kgs. Okay. Now the last remaining product is product Z. That is rank 3. Now rank 3, demand is 5,000 and each unit will require 1.5 kg. So 5,000 into 1.5 will give us 7,500 kgs. But that much kgs are not available here. So whatever material is available, use the full material, and whatever quantity you can manufacture from that material, just find that. So 2,400 kgs is available. Each unit requires 1.5 kg. So we can manufacture 2,400 divided by 1.5. That is 1,600 units we can manufacture. Now balance that would be remaining would be 0. Everyone got it? This
Yes, sir.
1,600 is balance figure. Similar to in the previous sum, rank 2 was balance figure. Here there were 3 products. So last product rank would be the balance figure. Everyone got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, based on this ranking, just we need to find profitability. That is our last step, step number 3. Okay. Now, let us start with contribution. There is no need to show the full-fledged working from sales till contribution. Directly we can start with contribution. Product X. Now look at the quantity of product X that we are going to manufacture. We are going to manufacture 8,000 units. 8,000 units. So 8,000 units into its contribution per unit is 7.8. 7.8. So 8,000 into 7.8. Then product Y. For product Y, we are going to manufacture 6,000 units. And contribution per unit is 5.6. So 6,000 into 5.6. Product Z, 1,600 units. And contribution is rupees 12.6. Total contribution 1,16,000. From that, reduce fixed cost. That is straight away given, I think 50,000. Yes, fixed overheads are 50,000. So we'll get profit 116 minus 50, 66, 160. That is the end of our solution. Everyone understood it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Great.